Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, the backdrop, it's not the camera has the backdrop whitewash. It is, I can't say white. What, Josh, if you could type me something that I don't use white. I mean, I have to try to back away from the word white. That's going to be struck from AP. Okay, standards. Probably AP standards will have white struck. So anyhow, it's not whitewashed in the back. We had a nice rain last night and a little fog over there in the valley behind me. Now, let me say, Josh, let's tell everybody how they can reach the show at any time to agree, disagree. Tell me whatever you want. Right there it is. You can always contact me and say, hey, I like it, I don't like it, or you're crazy as hell. I'll take it. Okay, Josh. Now, it's a little different direction in the next 30 minutes, okay? We have a special for you at 9 o'clock. And I love the way we're what I call mixing up this show. We have special guests on the All-Star panel this week. We have a special guest doctor coming in. It's going to be amazing. I mean, we're always mixing some things up on the show. Now, I have a question. Let's just say this. Do you know, let's go to number 7, Josh. Do you know what 8chan is? Now, stay with me on this because I'm going to have a point. Do you know what 8chan is? Do? Okay. Let's see. Do you know what you guys out there, have you heard of number 6, QAnon, right? Have you heard of QAnon? Q, you hear it as Q, okay. Number 4, there's Q. Right there, put up number 4. Have you heard of these things? I thought I had pictures, and I may not. Let me see here. Maybe I don't. But Q, 8chan, and and let's say this. Okay, so 8chan. Go back to the picture of 8chan. You know which one that is? Number 7. So 8chan has been taken down. Okay. It's a back channel. It's a back channel. And there's the creator and the owner. Now, the guy that created 8chan, I don't know where I put his picture this morning. I thought I had it. He is the creator of 8chan. Okay, let me get to it. Is Frederick Brennan. So Frederick Brennan created 8chan. The guy that he got out of it in 2015, the guy that operates the message board or the open board of 8chan is Jim Watkins. And Jim Watkins put out a 7-minute video yesterday. And he says 8chan is an empty piece of paper for writing on. It was shut down. There's 1 million members of 8chan. The owner of 8chan, the operator, Jim Watkins, says the manifesto for the shooter in El Paso, he did not upload it. Now, the media is leading you to believe, and I'm going to say I don't know what the total facts are on this, but the media is leading you to believe that this deep, dark recesses, when you hear that, okay, deep, dark recesses of the internet, the media is leading you to believe that 8chan. Now, I will tell you, I've been on 8chan. Okay. I have read the message board. So because I've been on there, I'm probably on some list. But I try to keep up with a little bit. I've read QAnon. I try to keep up with a little bit of everything that's happening so I can stay connected on what's going on. But according to the operator, Jim Watkins, the shooter, the El Paso shooter, did not upload his manifesto to 8chan, okay? It was not uploaded, according to Jim Watkins, to 8chan until after the media uploaded it to the world. So I was able to go on Drudge. You remember this dreadful, ugly day in our nation's history, it just is, that 22 people were shot and killed at a Walmart in El Paso. Immediately, I was able to go on the Drudge Report, and it said manifesto. It was posted. It was published. Okay? The media ran with it. I mean, just minutes after the shooting occurred. An hour later, this manifesto appeared. Now, Jim Watkins, the operator of 8chan, says that the manifesto was not uploaded until after the shooting on 8chan. He says 8chan is an empty piece of paper. It's just an empty piece of paper for people to write on, and there's 1 million members. Now, I want you to know that I'm not here advocating today. I'm going to say a lot of things in the next 30 minutes. I'm not advocating. I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm not going to help you decide this issue. I want you to decide this issue. In fact, red lady in a blue state, you know I love you. You're great out there, because I got a note. I always say, hey, here's your homework. You guys go do the research. I only have 2 hours a day. And I got a message from red lady in a blue state. Here's my homework for the day, and I love it. Thank you very much out there. You are the research department out there. Yes, you are. So let's go with this video for a minute. Okay, and this is a CBS News video. Josh, do you know what I'm talking about? 8chan scrambles to get back online. Let's play that one, Josh, until I say come back to me, okay?
The online message board 8chan just came back online after its network provider Cloudflare dropped it over the weekend, and then it went dark again. We've been sort of like...
It's touch and go, it seems, over the past literally just a few minutes. The suspect in the El Paso shooting allegedly posted a racist and anti-immigrant manifesto to the site just moments before opening fire at a Walmart, killing at least 22 people. This was not the first time a suspected mass killer has used 8chan to spread hateful messages.
In a statement, Cloudflare said 8chan had crossed the line and has, quote, repeatedly proven itself to be a cesspool of hate.
On Monday, 8chan announced Canadian cybersecurity company BitMitigate would be the forum's new provider. However, BitMitigate is now facing pushback from its server provider.
So this is all detailed in a new article that's been posted on cbsnews.com. Joining us now is the author and reporter of that report, Graham Cates. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So 8chan, we've been looking online at your phone, our computers. It came back on briefly, then it went off again. What's going on?
Yesterday, BitMitigate had its own servers cut off. And what happened was a company found out that they were kind of unwittingly providing service to the company that was protecting 8chan. And almost within an hour of finding that out, they cut it off. And now there were two companies scrambling to figure out how to get their services back online. It wasn't just 8chan, but it was the company providing its cybersecurity for them. It looks like that problem has maybe been resolved for now. Just within this last couple of minutes, we pulled up 8chan on my phone. It's back online. But it was spotty. I loaded it once and it was up. I loaded it a second time and there was a notice from BitMitigate, this isn't working. And then I loaded it again and it was working. Yeah. And what you could see happen today is, as the new server provider for the security company that's protecting 8chan gets identified, we'll have to see how they respond to that. Right. Maybe they knew they were going to be the server provider. Maybe they were just rented, filling out an online form.
Right. I wonder if we're going to see sort of a game of whack-a-mole almost, as people target whatever sites or services support 8chan.
Okay, so that's just brief, okay? Now, I'm not advocating 8chan. I've read 8chan. I'm not advocating it, but, okay, immediately, they were taken down, okay? And they were taken down by their provider, their host, okay? So what I want to get to here, it might be a little boring, but it's nuts and bolts. We have a host. FYN has a host. Team FYN Sports, we have a host. We have host providers. We all do. Anybody you're watching on the internet has a host provider. So in the red flag laws, that's why I'm breaking this down, not here advocating for 8chan or against 8chan. But what I want to pick apart is the red flag laws. Extreme risk protection orders. Will the host, now this particularly is Cloudflare, will the host of my site, your site, these other sites that we do our research on, get government orders on when they're to identify red flag internet websites, and will they be able to send them in? Will it be up to the host of my show to send into the Extreme Risk Protection Department and obtain orders and directions to take my site down? Oh yeah. Go with it. I'm crazy. Go with it, right? The host of 8chan took it down. Okay. Now, the owner of 8chan, we're going to play just a minute because I would like for you to go find it. And the reason I'm putting it up is I want you to go find it and I want you to listen to the owner. Let him have his day in your court, not the deep state corrupt corporate media. So then he's a small business. When Cloudflare took it down, he goes over and gets this company called BitMedigate to host it. BitMedigate puts it back through their streaming service. Now, not to break down what everything happens, how it happens, but a streaming service. We all have to have that. Immediately, it gets identified. So that is what? A red flag. So immediately, BitMedigate puts it back up after Cloudflare takes it down. And what happens? It gets identified, red flagged. And the streaming provider for BitMedigate takes it down, crashes it again. It's done. Just saying. So, Josh, I want to play just a minute. This is the owner. And stay with me, folks. This is worth it because I'm going to give you some more information this morning that we got to pay attention to. All right? BKP's on there. He is going to support every conspiracy theory this morning he can. No, I'm supporting your right to freedom of research, not freedom of speech, freedom of research the internet. Why the deep state corrupt corporate media is angry with us is we don't need them. They have to create their usefulness. This is a way to do it, to take things down, and it's not going to stop. You have, what did you have? Yesterday, headlines. Tech companies are prepared to help any way they can. Why? They're going to do everything to identify. The word identify is red flag, folks. They're going to do everything they can to identify white nationalists. If one of them right now is watching this show, how would they identify me? Red flag me. All right. So this is the owner. I'm just saying, yesterday, look at that. You and I do not need the deep state corrupt corporate media. We are able to go and research. That's why they're angry. We're bypassing them. That's why they're angry. Trump's talking directly to us. What happens when, do you not realize all of these tweets that they hate from the president of the United States, as soon as they can pass something, they're going to say, hey, that's hate speech. Maybe even take our president's tweets down that talk to us. Look at the tweet he put out about the squad that Nancy Pelosi named. Remember, don't forget, Nancy Pelosi named those 4 idiots the squad. Trump puts out a tweet and immediately they get the racist stamp and put on it, white nationalist stamp, white supremacist, everything. So this is the owner of 8chan. Just a minute. And it's 7 minutes long. We're not going to play 7 minutes. Okay. And Josh, I want you to remember where it's at when I say stop, because I might go back to it a little more. I'm playing it for a reason. I would like for you to just go and take your research time and look at this video. So Josh, go to that next video, the last one we have today.
What a sad weekend. I just finished watching the President of the United States give his condolences to the families of the victims of the El Paso Walmart shooting and the Dayton, Ohio shooting. It is a tragedy for those families. It is a tragedy for Mexico and the United States of America. It is indeed such a sad day and time in the history of the world. the worst sort of monster shoots up random people, that it is the fact that insanity is obviously involved. One of these shooters even shot his own sister. It is terribly sad. We are lucky that at least he was not able to continue shooting, because quick-acting law enforcement was able to kill him within a minute of his attack in Dayton. The president has asked tech companies to work with law enforcement to help solve these problems. My company takes a firm stand in helping law enforcement, and within minutes of these two tragedies, we were working with FBI agents to find out what information we could to help in their investigations. Our company has always worked with law enforcement to help them with their investigations. We have never protected illegal speech, as it seems that we have been accused by some less than credible journalists. We have responded with both vigor and integrity every single time that a threat of violence has been posted and information for it has been requested by law enforcement. I'm aware this is not protected speech, and I employ full-time staff who have a sole responsibility to service these requests made by law enforcement. In May, my company was mentioned in congressional testimony. We are not such a large company, and the assistant director of the FBI, Michael McGarrity, had not heard of us, so he was unable to respond to questions about us. However, we did immediately compile all FBI requests and dispositions of them and make that available to him. Immediately after that request was made, so it needs to be states that we are in compliance with the law. We have always been aggressively forthcoming to help law enforcement of it. There are about 1 million users of 8chan. 8chan is an empty piece of paper for writing on. It is disturbing to me that it can be so easily shut down. Over the weekend, the domain name service for 8chan was abruptly terminated by the provider Cloudflare. Some people may applaud that decision. It was made by one of their founders. According to his Twitter profile, he is a recovering lawyer. They are a private company and, of course, have a right to stop doing business with me. Likely this is because of their intended and soon-to-happen IPO. Calling 8ch.net lawless by design, he decided to terminate us. This is, of course, an untrue statement. He did terminate us, though, so it becomes time to find a new home. Think of 8chan as a large community of 1 million people that are now looking for a home. First of all, the El Paso shooter posted on Instagram, not 8chan. Later, someone uploaded a manifesto. However, that manifesto was not uploaded by the Walmart shooter. I don't know if he wrote it or not, but it was not uploaded by the murderer. That is clear.
Okay, let me come back to this, okay? I am not making your decision on 8chan. I'm not making any of your decisions. I am not the government. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you what else you'll find on 8chan, okay? Put up, let's go with number 6, okay? Number 6, QAnon, okay? And this is at a Trump rally, okay? Trump rally. Let's put up these two people. I don't have their names. These two people, number 5, are Trump meets with QAnon supporters right there in the Oval Office. They went nuts over that, okay? Let's go to number 3 at a Trump rally. Somebody hands number 3, holds up, "We are Q," okay? And let's just leave number 4 on the screen for a minute, Josh, while I make a statement. You know what? let me look at the camera and say this. And I'm going to do an admission. I'm going to admit to something right now. I have friends out there that believe the earth is flat. Yeah, they're my friends. I love them. I have friends. This is not me, folks. And I'm not going to give you where I'm at on these things. Let me start off. I got friends out there that think the damn world is flat. I love them. They're my friends. I got so many friends out there that watch these YouTube videos and can prove it to me, right? I've got friends out there that believe that 9/11 is an inside job. Why, they have emailed me throughout the years the YouTube videos that show where World Trade Center 8 just collapsed and how the engineer showed I got it. I love those friends, but I got them out there. Okay. I got friends out there still trying to find out who the hell killed John F. Kennedy. All right. My friends are figuring out who the hell killed John F. Kennedy. I love them, but they're out there, right? Not out there, but they're out there, right? I've got friends, let's see what else, that do not believe we landed on the damn moon. They believe we went out to the desert out there and it's all staged, and I've got the YouTube videos of the footprints, and check this out. And I've got friends that send me those all the time, but they're out there and I love them. They're my friends. Okay. I got friends at Area 51. They're researching Area 51. They've been out there, for 50 years, swearing that the UFOs and the government's hiding this and that. They're out there and I love them. They're my friends. Right? I got a friend that just posted a UFO sighting the other day. I don't know if they got probed, but they're out there. They're my friends. Guess what, America? You have the damn right to go research that. You have the damn right to believe that. You can go and research that and look at that. But guess what? The internet has given the opportunity, true or false, on all the things I just said, okay? That's not what we're doing right now. But you have the right to go research. You have the right to read. You have the right to dig deeper. You have the right to go on an 8chan. I know they're going to say, oh, are you overlooking some of the language and stuff? No, I've seen what has been posted on there. But you have the right to go to 8chan and read Q. You have that right this morning. And that's what they're upset about. Is you and I are doing our own research. We're not waiting for a government-issued explanation. We're not waiting for a press release from our congressman and a press release from Nancy Pelosi. We're not waiting for Mitch McConnell and Chuck, what the hell is that ugly guy's name from New York? Chuck U. Schumer, right? We're not waiting for them to come to the podium and tell us what's happening. We are looking for ourselves. That's the crux of it, right? Crux of it. We are looking for ourselves. We are not accepting anymore. We are putting firearms together that we feel one day we may have to defend ourselves against our own country. In fact, the founding fathers said, you know what? We may have to bear arms against our own government. Now, oh my God, shoot. I just made another damn list. But anyhow, but see, they don't like that. You have to be stopped. I have to be stopped. Now, what has happened? More or less since President Trump became president of the United States, what happened? You and I decided we did not need to tune in to NBC. We decided we don't need to tune in to ABC, CBS. CNN has crashed. Totally crashed. We don't need Newsweek magazine. They're crashing. We don't need the failing New York Times. We don't need the failing Washington Post. We don't need them. We're doing our own research. Why, we are finding out the truth about Ilhan Omar, the congresswoman that is probably in the country illegal in Minnesota. We're finding that out ourselves. Well, we have found things out about AOC that we did not need the nightly news to protect us from, right? No. And that's the problem. And I say the problem, that's the problem, okay? Now, let me say this, okay? Red flag. I've got to go to break here in about 3 minutes. So let me say this. Red flag laws. Will the internet host providers be incorporated into red flag laws? Will streaming providers be incorporated? What will an extreme risk protection order look like? Will there be guidelines for web hosting companies, streaming providers of those web hosting companies, for red flags? You and I are a red flag, folks. You need to realize. Because see, if we can't do our own research tomorrow, everything here, this emotional, let's go to the lie they told America this morning and they're telling. The biggest lie they're telling this morning. Josh, Josh, let's go to, I had it here just a minute, that big lie that America's being told this morning. I had it. I'm going to find it. It's going to happen, Josh. Let's go to number 40. Here's the lie you're being told. Number 40, 67% of Americans should the Senate pass an increased background check bill already passed by the House. 67% say yes. I'm going to tell you 98% of Americans don't know what the hell's in any of these pieces of legislation. They're acting out of emotion, playing on your emotion. Remember Homeland Security after 9/11, now 240,000 government employees. Huh? $48 billion a year budget. They're playing on your emotions. Change this lie into the truth and say, are you ready for red flag laws? Let's do the poll. I don't have the money. I'd love to do a major poll across this country and say, hey, if you could stop what the media calls gun violence, but we have to filter your internet searches and you're limited to only certain places to go, what would you do? What? We already know the algorithms. We already know when you type certain things in on Hillary and stuff that they are not providing the search information you're looking for. Be careful, America. You are the red flag. Your search. Whatever the hell you want to look at this morning. Flat Earth, 9/11, moon landing, QAnon, I don't care. But you're the red flag and you're the risk. And see if they can stop what we are doing and what we are looking in. And as we look deeper into things, then what? If you go to the internet and you only have CNN's website, MSNBC, or websites that pass the filters put in place to monitor what we get, well, there you go. The government's intention is to totally, to me, totally control us. Number 26, let's just back down the real quick because we're closing up. Number 27, see MSNBC, they did it this morning. That's why I'm bringing it up. They're wanting to scare you. Founder and owner of website linked to shooting. Linked to shooting. Speak out. Now, Jim says they're not linked to it, but you notice they've already done their investigation, the deep state media, corrupt corporate media, linked to shooting. Speak out. There you go. Look at that. Scare you in America. Here's number 27. You can see number 27. 8chan was taken down. Number 26, Josh, co-founder and owner of website linked to shooting. Speak out. Here is the creator, number 25. He has a bone disease. I forget what it's called. This is founder and owner of website linked to shooting. Speak out. You notice the narrative on every single one. Number 24. Number 24, the founder of the website linked to shooting speak out. That's right. And let me get to that one more time. Hang tight, America. I'm almost done. 8chan creator is Frederick Brennan. He's the guy that was in the wheelchair. You listen to operator Jim Watkins. Watch his 7-minute video. All right, watch the 7-minute video. And before I go, folks, Josh, let me tell you, we're not looking at the shooter. So let's go with this. Let me say my last very great controversial words for you this morning. Number 44, Josh. We're back to school. Absorb 5-year-old kid walking in the school, coming out 18 with a high school diploma and probably his certifications that clear him mentally, him or her mentally, to own a firearm. Oh, that's going to be done in school. Okay. Scares the daylights out of me. Let's go to this. Number 1. Okay. You people in America need to realize that number 1 is a damn guy. Okay. That's a damn guy. Okay. All you damn freaks out there, that's a damn guy on a Victoria's Secret, wearing undies from a Victoria's Secret. Holy smokes. And you're wondering what the hell's wrong. And I wonder if this damn guy in Victoria's Secrets can pass the mental health. Oh my God. So one more thing. I'm getting to it. Number 2, this is a nice little kid that has decided to, that's a boy, then it's a girl. Oh my God, bada bing, bada boom. All right. Boy, girl. I don't know what the hell is the difference right there. Let me say this. I'm going to wrap up this show. CNN. This is CNN. QAnon is one conspiracy theory to rule them all. And there's another CNN. You leave the little guy up there on the screen. And don't forget, the World Health Organization will stop classifying transgender people as mentally ill. Not me. All right. You're crazy as hell, people. Red flag. Let me tell you what's wrong. All right. Dad, stay in the home. Have the kid with the mom. I know I'm getting it so much. I don't care. Have the kid with the mom, stay at the home. And I'll tell you what, about 3 years old, go buy him a damn baseball glove and go out in the backyard and play catch. And let's see if some things turn around in America. I'm your host, BKP. We have a big, big special for you on the next side of this break. Have a wonderful 6-7 minutes. Back right after this.